It's Gwendolyn Lifestyle Show. I'm trying not to get the... Oh, maybe if I take them off. That will work. Yeah, that works as well, doesn't it? Okay. Right. It's Gwendolyn at Lifestyle Sew. So I've just did a little video for you, a really little video for you, on how to finish off the edges of the binding when you attach it to the quilt. Now, it's just the principle of what you need to do. It's not the principle of really getting it tidy on the back or anything like that. It's just, that'll be your job to do that. You use a 1/4 of an inch foot, or you'll use a 1/4 of an inch on your machine to get the result. I haven't done that because I'm just showing... Actually, I forgot, to be honest. I forgot to change my foot. But apart from that, now this is one of those videos that I'd appreciate if you share, because it will help all the beginners out. It will help people that have done it for years out. And obviously, if you share a video, you've got that in the reference for yourself as well. So I would appreciate that, and appreciate if people can subscribe. As I said before, I've been off for quite a while. I'm trying to get back, and I've got videos to do. Okay. Begging. I was going to... This is what I'm like before I get into the video. I was going to put a coffee on my YouTube channel. But if you've got enough subscribers, which I haven't, I'm thousands out, it'll come up and you can be monetized and use the coffee. It's just, they do it in 2 stages. The first one is just using coffee, and you've got to get like 4,000 subscribers to, and watch hours. It's the watch hours that's the problem. It's not really the subscribers. And if you get that, then you can go on to having 4 or 5p for people watching the video, or from the advertising of the video, you get 4 or 5p or something like that. So unless you get, millions of people, it's not really going to be advantageous. So the coffee section of it is because it helps me buy more material, or put towards the cost of more material to actually do the videos. But I was going to do it in Buy Me a Coffee app, and which somebody said, oh, use that. But the thing is because I'm so far away from getting on YouTube to Buy Me a Coffee, they don't call it that, they call it something else. But I just feel that if I do it with an outside app, they have got all your information. And if I don't use them no more, then I've lost all that information. And I'm damned if I'm going to build up an audience for somebody else just to take it. And I don't know. They say they don't market it. They don't this, that. I don't trust that. I got ripped off seriously once when I was in business over that. So I do not trust that in that sense. I trust that the money or the app that you're using is correct. They're not going to rip you off or try and screw you over or anything like that. I trust that. It's just that they've got your information, and when I am then monetized on YouTube, I will have to start all over again. The customers that are say have been paying maybe monthly or every couple of months for a coffee or something like that, I'd have lost that, because trying to get them back and know who they are is going to be extremely difficult. So I can't do that. So, and I just don't want your information going to anybody that I don't have much control over. I know YouTube has it and you don't have much control over that. You can't just pull up all the subscribers and find out the information. You can't do that. But if you control it a bit better, when people come in and start actually supporting you, doing that. So the only other way people can support is by subscribing. I'm going to go off pitch again. I'm looking after my daughter's dogs. She's got 3. I've got 2 and a cat. So there's 5 dogs. Actually, they're pretty good, but they wanted my attention, but they want their dinner early. And I can't do that, because then tomorrow it'll be earlier, and then at breakfast it will be dinner. You know what I mean? If you've got an animal, you know. The cat's brilliant. They are all good with the cat. And he tells them off anyway. He just moans and starts. So it lets me know that they're pushing him too far. And I say, stop it, you know, leave him alone and things like that. Anyway, so I'm going to let you get on with the video. And then a little chat at the end. Okay, see you soon. In here, like this. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to put that in there like that. Fold this back. And I'm just going to put, so you can put as much as you like in, really. But I wouldn't advise that. Just put about 4 inches or something like that. Remember, this bit is being folded back. It's being folded back. Because that finishes the edge off, the raw edge off. I'm trying to do this while I'm on the phone to you, I was going to say. Yeah, do that. And I'm going to take this up here. Where did I finish off? Yeah, I'm going to take it up here. And I'm going to straighten up a bit because obviously I'm working a little, is it the word cock-handed at the moment? Or is that just an English thing that we say? And just going to take it down. And that's enough to just show you the principle. Cut it off. And all we're going to, this is the better way, if you turn it around so you can see what I'm doing. So now I'm going to fold the point over, and then I'm going to fold that over. So now it's all one thing again. And if that comes out a little bit, then just push it back with that. There you go. And all we're going to do is you would sew from the top down, obviously. So now I've got what I want. I'm holding it in place. I'm not sewing it all, remember. This is what I'm just showing you what you have to do. So I'm holding it in place. Now we've gone over the joint. I'm running out of bobbin, so I'm trying to... You can do this way round or the other way round. So there's... So let me just have to do it out shot for a second. This is what it is. Look at that. So sewed a little bit of what was off the table onto that. So all you're going to do is you're going to fold it back over. You might want to iron. You might want to clip. So you're folding it to the front now. So you can now top stitch. And we cut it off. Cut it off. And see? The bit that... This is... Oh, a quarter stitch. Okay. A quarter stitch as it... Oh, did I catch a stitch? I think it's a tiny little fold there. Well, you wouldn't even notice it, to be honest. So there you go. So this is the perfect edge. Perfect edge of you doing it. Now, when it comes to thread, if you do it this way, you probably are going to see the stitches on the back. Probably, you would be doing it carefully, so you would be getting this edge like this. This is the edge that you would be getting on the back. This one I've just folded it quite over and not really taking care of what I'm doing. I'm just trying to show you the principle of what you're doing. You want your thread to be as closest to this fabric, not this fabric, as you can, so it doesn't show. And mind you, some people do like it to show. They use thicker edge, depending on what you want. You know, so it's up to you if you want it to show or not show. But I have not done 1/4 of an inch in here. I have not used 1/4 of an inch foot. You will be using 1/4 of an inch foot. I have not done that. So you wouldn't actually see those stitches there. And that, but you would be a lot more careful. But that is the principle. Now, how simple was that? So just play the video over and over and over again. Try and stop it. It's bouncing on a very over and over and over again to get that. So you're literally just putting something down and then folding it back and doing it like this. So you get this. So you get a lovely finish on your top of your quilt. And to be honest, there's no quilt place. Nobody's going to be looking on the back of the quilt if you missed a stitch or this, that and the other. But this principle of how you do this is so simple. Really is so simple. So do try and share it to anybody you want to. Hi, so I think that is really a very simple way of how to do the joining. Very simple. No faff, no thing. It's just one end is loose, the other end just goes in what the other end, and it just can't be any simpler. I hope the video, I'm going to look through the video and make sure it looks as simple as it is. But you don't use a 40C foot on this, by the way. I have done it just because I had it on the machine and I just thought I'll show you this technique. The foot is a 97 foot. I've used a 71 foot before as well. But you need the 91 foot is not adjusting. Oh, that was my dog. It's just, you need a foot when you really have to change feet anyway. So you can go around with 1 foot and then you change a foot to your next foot. But I was just lazy. I didn't change that foot. I just used it. So it wasn't 1/4 of an inch. So it wasn't 1/4 of an inch. That was, so it's naughty on me to show you that. But then I realised, that's actually not 1/4 of an inch if I'm showing people. I was trying to show you the technique of the interlocking section. That's the bit you need. That is the bit you need. But it's 1/4 of an inch all the way around, because you need it to fold over, and you've got 2.5 inches, so it's 1.5 inch, 2.5 inches, 1/4 inch that you're ironing down the middle, and that bit and that double fold you're folding over. Well, you're going to run really tight of material if you don't use 1/4 of an inch. That's why you do that. I mean, some people, it depends how bulky this wadding is. If that wadding is really, that's not wadding. If that wadding is really thick, which I have done as well in the past, I've made quilts with thingybob, then I might use a 3-inch strip to make sure that it folds over, because obviously if it's a thicker wadding, it's going to be harder to get it over, and I don't want a real flat edge. I just don't think it looks nice. So that's up to you anyway. It's all about, so please subscribe, please share, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Take care.